Yo guys, what is up? It's Radix here, and this is the first episode of my new series called Tech Specs. And in this series, I'm going to be reviewing some of the things that you can use in order to improve your PC and console gaming experiences. And so in this episode, we're going to be reviewing the 3 best gaming mice that you can use in order to improve your gaming experience. So basically how I chose these mice was I looked at the ones that were the cheapest, but the most efficient and durable. And I also chose the most expensive, or somewhere around the most expensive, and the highest quality, and then I chose one right in the middle. So there's one for everyone here. If you want to check any of these out, I will leave the links to all of them in the description of this video, and I do hope you guys enjoy. Number 3 on this list is the most cost-effective mouse on this list, and that is the Red Dragon Centroforus. And what's so good about this mouse is that it comes at the price of $13, which is extremely cheap for a gaming mouse. Any mouse you can find at $13 that comes at this good of a price is definitely a must-have, definitely something you should pick up, and I'll tell you why right about here. So basically what this mouse has is 6 programmable macro keys, and if you don't know what a macro key is, a macro key is used to program a little button on the side of your mouse or on the top of your mouse to perform one of the functions of a key on the keyboard. So if you wanted to like make your W key work on the mouse so that you could walk without even having to press the W button, you could just go into the program that you need to install in order to use macro keys, change that key to the macro key on the mouse, and you can move forward with that key instead of having to press W, which is really efficient because you don't have to move your hand over to the W key in order to press it. So it has 6 of those. If you want to check that out, you can. It's definitely a really durable mouse, definitely a one-size-fits-all thing, to where even if you have small hands or if you have really large hands, it does not matter. The mouse will fit to your hand size. So definitely go check that out. I will leave the link to the Amazon page in the description of this video. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and move on to number 2. So I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this number 2 selection, but my selection for number 2 was the Razer Death Adder Chroma. And basically what's so good about this mouse is it's got a really classic feel to it. And it's got 2 macro keys on the side, and it's got a little bit of a grip on the wheel, or the rudder, I don't know what you call it, but it's the wheel that you like, the scroll wheel, that's it, right, the scroll wheel. And it's got a very classic feel, which is nice. I use this mouse personally. This is the mouse that I own. It comes at around $60 to $70. It's got grips on the bottom so that it doesn't slip and slide everywhere when you don't need it to, but I would definitely recommend getting a mouse pad to go with this because you're going to perform a lot better in the online games with a mouse pad than without. So if you guys want to check that out, you can do so by clicking the link to it in the description. I will link you the Amazon page. Let's go ahead and move on to our number 1 pick. Now this mouse is a little bit different than our other 2 selections. The 2nd and 3rd spots both were wired mouses, and I prefer wired mouses over wireless mouses, but that's just me. Maybe you guys prefer wireless, but if you do, then this one's probably for you because this is the only wireless mouse on the list, and it's also the most expensive mouse on this list. This mouse is the Logitech G900, and it comes at around $140, which is a pretty expensive mouse, so wealthier people generally buy this. If you're a wealthier person and you have more money to spend on these kinds of things, then this is probably a good purchase for you if you can afford it. So what's cool about this mouse is it's got a few customization options. You have around 16.8 million colors to choose from, and it's got like 4 to 6 macro keys. I'm not sure how many macro keys exactly, but it's got a good amount of macro keys on there, so it's very good for MMOs, it's very good for other online games, and it's one of the most recognized mouses by esport athletes. And if you're an esport athlete, then I would definitely recommend picking this mouse up above the other 2, just because they're not as designed for esports and they're more for like casual or lower competitive players. But if you want to get those 2, it doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one of these mice you want, but they're all good choice options. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more episodes of Tech Specs, please let me know and I will make more episodes of this in the future. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Be sure to check out my links to my social media, my Twitter, my Patreon down in the description below, and I will be getting a webcam soon, so be ready for that, and I'll start doing some reaction videos maybe. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.